The unforgettable memories of ancient China, carved in bronze and sacred stones. 1,500 antiquities and the mysteries they uphold. Part 2, Series 21 to 40. Where shadows learn to glow. Traveler, you have returned. And see how the torches lean when you step in. Even flame remembers you. In Part 1, we walked through fire and breath, listened to dragons that dream music, touched feathers warm with the tears of forgotten sons, heard drums that tremble for fate's next footstep. And we left at a door of silk, a door of bronze, a door where truth waits like a silent blade. Behind it, we promised, there rested a mirror that reveals not your face but your truth. Yet before the veil may lift, ancient law demands reverence, for truth is not gifted cheaply. So the hall of sunborn echoes opens first, 40 relics of dawnfire destiny, and today we read its middle verse, relics 21 through 40. Walk slowly. Grip your courage. Your heart is entering centuries where kings trembled. Here, memory does not whisper, it glows. Relic 21, the sun's eye mask. Bronze shaped like an islet of heaven, bursting rays around its rim. Lenses cut of smoky quartz hand-kissed by artisans who believed sunlight could be worn like destiny. Emperors donned this mask during dawn invocations atop temple terraces, where wind carried prayers and incense braided the sky. They believed the sun did not rise, it answered. Look closely, around the eye rims, tiny script reads. To see the world, close one eye. To see truth, close both. They understood what we forget. Vision begins not in eyes but in surrender. Even now, if you breathe slow, light seems to thicken here, as though morning waits faithfully for you to notice it. Relic 22, the bronze lotus altar. A blossom frozen mid-awakening, petals thick and sacred, each vein hammered by priests who believed that lotus roots drink secrets from the mud and exhale them into the light. Kings knelt here. So did children. So did widows with trembling palms and scholars who feared their brilliance might blind them. This altar did not demand offerings, it returned them. Kneel here, they said, and the earth kneels with you. And silently, the bronze remembers every forehead that bowed in faith, and every doubt that could not. Relic 23, the sacred flame phial. A shallow bowl, gold-washed bronze, edges scalloped like sunlit waves. Here, priests poured oil from cedar groves, igniting thin flame meant not to burn but to hum. Its fire did not devour, it recited. Soft flames speaking ancient verses. From warmth we begin. In warmth we end. Heat is memory, and memory never dies. Touch no spark, yet feel heat in your ribs. Some relics burn without flame, and some flames light without heat. Relic 24, the guardian beast sculpture. Crouched feline, wings half unfurled, jaw carved in a perpetual growl of devotion. This was not a statue. It was a promise. To stand between peace and threat, between pilgrim and shadow. You may think its teeth made bronze, but soldiers swore they saw them drip, not blood, but resolve. Every kingdom needs a sentinel. Every heart does too. Whisper your fear. The beast does not break vows. Relic 25, the rising phoenix plaque. A slab of lacquered wood pressed with bronze feather scrollwork, each feather in mid-flame, talons clenched around not prey, but tomorrow. This plaque hung above palace gates not to ward off death but to welcome rebirth. Dynasties burn. Empires fail. Yet hope. Hope is the one phoenix no blade can finish. Stand before it and you may feel wings behind you, not your own, but history's. Relic 26, the Stormfire spearhead. Iron teeth licked by bronze flame, edges serrated like thunderclouds torn by wind. This spear never tasted mortal blood. It was a ceremonial weapon, stabbed into the earth during tempests so lightning might kiss its tip and grant divine sanction to kings. Once, lightning struck it 7 times in one night. The emperor wept, not from fear, but from being seen by heaven. Ask not if God's here. Ask if you speak loudly enough for them to care. Relic 27, the golden sun medallion. Sunburst hammered from humble copper then leafed in gold so thin breath alone might bend it. It was gifted to farmers who saved kingdoms by tending fields with devotion deeper than any sword. When worn, it warmed. When lost, fields wept drought, humility gilded, labor sanctified. A reminder, not every hero rides, some plant, and nations birth glory on humble soil. Relic 28, the Braveheart figurine. Small warrior, no crown, no armor, only a simple cloth belt and courage carved to perfection. Found in a child's tomb. He died defending his sister from raiders, barehanded, barefoot, heart roaring louder than any drum. The figurine was carved to honor him, for greatness is not aged, nor trained, it chooses who it will visit. Bow not to kings, bow to the brave. Relic 29, the serpent's coil. A bronze spiral, snake body looping as though circling eternity, head biting tail not in hunger but in guardianship. Symbol of cycles, rebirth, storms that cleanse and roots that bind. They set it in cradles to protect infants, for life begins where danger curls and courage learns its first cry. Listen, a faint hiss of time shed like old skin. Relic 30, the Dawnfire Bell. A bell not rung by hand, only by sunrise. Hung in mountain temples, it caught the first ray of morning and chimed like gold breathing. Pilgrims climbed 12,000 steps for one note. Kings envied its purity. Sages envied its clarity. Poets envied its humility. If morning had a heartbeat, this bell remembered it. Relic 31, the Flamebreaker sword hilt. Hilt only, blade lost or sleeping. Leather wrap stiffened by centuries, crossguard etched with wolves and wings. This hilt was held by a warrior who vowed not to kill, but to end fire with courage, fire of war, of hatred, of vengeance. He broke blades, not bones, shattered spears, not spines. When an army charged, he dropped his sword and lifted his voice. And the battlefield froze, because the bravest blade is mercy. Relic 32, the Ember Seraph statue. An angel carved in bronze, wings alight, face neither male nor female, for purity has no shape. Placed at birthing mats and funeral gates, it ushered souls in and escorted souls out. Look, tiny tear marks at its cheeks. Metal remembers grief better than poems. When you breathe near it, air warms, not heat, but compassion. Relic 33, the Skykeeper's amulet. A circle of jade, blue-green as mountains after rain, center cut hollow like a portal to breath. Sky priests wore it to remind emperors that no crown touches heaven without humility beneath it. Touching it was forbidden, yet emperors touched it in secret, seeking calm against storms that power always brings. Sometimes the greatest burden is being obeyed. Relic 34, the Meteor's cradle. Iron basin lined with mother of pearl, once holding a stone fallen from night's breath. A meteor, black as unspoken prophecy. It shattered when it hit the earth, yet in its fragments, priests saw stars weeping. Children were brought to view it to learn two truths. Heaven is not far. Heaven is not gentle. Fragments laid here are gone, scattered or sleeping in royal tombs, but the cradle hums like memory too heavy to forget. Relic 35, the iron-hearted chest. A lockbox thick as loyalty, hinges forged by monks who vowed never to lie. Inside once rested peace treaties, wrapped in silk and prayer. This chest opened only to hands that bore no trembling, for truth fears shaking. It is empty now, but sometimes when wind passes, you hear parchment flutter as though hope still breathes within. Relic 36, the Eternal Watcher. A mask of bronze and lacquer, eyes round, nose narrow, forehead carved with 7 stars, 1 star chipped, as if fate blinked once. Placed atop palace walls to watch for invaders, but it watched more than bodies. It saw lies before they spoke. It saw wars before they stirred. It saw kings forget humility and paid tears for each. Stand before it. Do you feel observed or understood? Both are truth. Relic 37, the Sunrider censer. Saddle-shaped incense vessel mounted on bronze horse legs. Priest said spirits ride smoke like steeds. They lit amber sap inside and watched as fragrance rode ceiling-ward like cavalry made of stars. It is warm to the palm still, as if sunbeams never left but curled beneath bronze ribs waiting to gallop again. Close your eyes. Do you smell sandalwood? Memory burns longer than incense. Relic 38, the Spirit's Echo. A stone disc with a hollow heart, rim-etched with clouds and river lines. Hold it to your ear. The faintest tone hums, not wind, not time, presence. It amplified prayers, carried sighs to skies, and returned answers softer than understanding but louder than doubt. Some relics speak. This one listens. Relic 39, the Flame of Wisdom. A candle base of dragonbone design, wick long gone, wax traces hardened like ancient tears. Young scholars lit flame here before imperial exams, praying for knowledge not to drown them. They believed light does not illuminate scrolls but spirits. To fail honorably was better than to pass dishonorably. This flame taught both. Relic 40, Dragonfly Sentinel. Bronze wings thin as starlight, body slender as patience itself. Dragonfly, symbol of seasons changing quietly, of warriors who know stillness as deeply as strike. Placed outside nursery doors to guard newborns and remind parents. Even the small may guard destiny. Its wings hum if you lean close, not sound, but memory trembling. Traveler, we have stepped through another corridor of flame and breath, courage and humility, ashes and immortality. 40 relics now awakened, yet 1,460 still rest in chambers of dust and dream. The mirror waits still, veiled quiet hungry. Do you feel your truth stir, like wings learning to open? For in the next hall a relic whispers in silk shadow, a scroll sealed with phoenix wax, rumored to contain the secret the first emperor feared to read. A prophecy of a king who would be born without throne, rise without army, and command not kingdoms, but hearts. Is that king a memory? A future? A question meant for you? And when the mirror rises, what part of you will survive its gaze? Return, traveler. Part 3, Relics 41-60, awaits beneath jade fire and moonsung prophecy. Do not wander far. History breathes when you do. If your pulse paced with flame, if your spirit stirred like dust at dawn, if these relics felt like echoes of yourself, return. Follow. Come back for part 3. The phoenix is not finished singing. Until we meet again in the hall of the mirror.